Something that I've learned about myself over the past couple of years in regards to the Sephora sale is I tend to go really hard during the spring sale, and then the winter sale I'm just kind of like meh, I get a product or two if that. But dang, do I go hard during that spring sale. Okay, so the first thing I picked up, and I did not get this at Sephora, you guys. I would have purchased it at Sephora, but it was out of stock the entire sale. It popped back in stock for like a split second, but other than that, they didn't restock it at all. And it is the Dyson hair wrap. I'm so excited. I have wanted this forever. This was #1 on my wish list for this sale. And I actually ended up going to Best Buy on the very last day of the Sephora sale, and they price matched for me. So they gave me the 20% off, exactly what I would have gotten if I had purchased it at Sephora. Honestly, I don't really care where I get it from. I just wanted it really bad. So I just picked it up yesterday. I haven't had a chance to play with it. I opened it up and looked at it, and it's really pretty. But I haven't had a chance to like use it or turn it on or anything like that. But this is the first thing I got. I also picked up quite a bit of Olaplex products. I am really curious about this brand. I did try these out already once, but it's kind of hard to tell after one use. People rave about it, and I need to step up my hair game. I feel like I've been slacking and my hair's like, please help me. So I picked up the shampoo and the conditioner. It definitely has a different scent than I was expecting. I was thinking more like salon smelling. And it just kind of smells fresh. Good, but just not like a salon, which, you know, whatever. So I picked those up, and then I also got the No. 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask, which is their newest product. It's a deep conditioner. This one, I could take it or leave it. I don't feel like it did a whole lot for my hair. It feels very light and very thin when you put it on your hair. And for me, I feel like a deep moisture mask should be really thick, but maybe that's the magic behind it, who knows. And then I also picked up the oil, the bonding oil, and the No. 6 Bond Smoother. I wasn't gonna get this, but my sister and I were in store like one of the last days of the sale, and we were looking at it, and she was like, you know, I kind of want to try that product. And I was like, well, if she tries it out, I have to try it out too. So, you know, we'll see how I like it. Moving on to the makeup, and there's a lot of makeup. Well, actually, there's, I think, one skincare product in here. Yeah, so I did repurchase my Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream moisturizer. I've been using the Fresh Beauty Rose, and I do like that one a lot, but I was wanting just something different to switch out for nighttime use. So I think I'm going to use the Drunk Elephant at nighttime and then the Fresh Beauty during the day. They're both great. They're both ultra hydrating. You really don't need them both, but I just wanted them both. Oh, I lied. There is one more skincare product in here. It's the Supergoop Mineral Sheer Screen SPF 30. This was on my radar. It's one of their newest SPFs. It's a matte finish, and it's a mineral, I was gonna say foundation, mineral sunscreen. So I have a bunch of chemical sunscreens. I've been really testing out the mineral sunscreens. The problem with mineral sunscreens is they usually create some sort of flashback, like a white cast on your face. So they're difficult to wear like under makeup or during the day when you're gonna be out and about taking pictures, or you know, you don't want white cast on your face. So I wanted to try this one out to see how I like it. I really like the Unseen sunscreen, but that is a chemical sunscreen. So we'll see which one I like better. Okay, on to the makeup. I'm gonna start out with something that I actually purchased. Oh, you know what? I do have one more skincare product. Okay, is that it? Well, there might be more in here, but I picked up the Ole Henriksen eye cream. This is the Wrinkle Blur eye gel cream. This is their new one that has the like purple swirlies on it. I love a good eye cream. This one, it's smaller than I thought it was gonna be for the price. It was like $50. I was thinking it was gonna be bigger. I don't know why. I mean, I could have just read the ounces. It's 0.6 fluid ounces. I was expecting to be bigger, but that's okay. But this one just really caught my eye. It's supposed to blur the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, which I'm all about. Okay, the Too Faced Teddy Bear Eyeshadow Palette I purchased at Ulta, not Sephora, only because I had a ton of Ulta points, so I wanted to spend them, and free, essentially, is better than 20% off. But I really wanted this palette a lot. I've been using it a ton. It's what I used on my eyes today, which, by the way, I did film a trying out new makeup. That will go up after this video, though. So you'll get to see me use a ton of these products. I used a bunch of them in that video. This is one of them. But I've really been liking this. This is one of those, like, pinky neutral palettes. But those are the colors that I like. I know what I like, and I like what I like. So the palette's a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be, but the colors inside are beautiful. So I actually bought that, and then I bought a another barrel for my Dyson. I bought one of the long barrels. I heard from some of you guys actually, you said that the one downside to the Dyson Airwrap is the barrels are not meant for long hair, and I have pretty long hair, so I bought, with my points, one of the longer barrels just to kind of test it out and see how I like it. So I bought those, and then I also bought at Ulta, because guys, I had a ton of points, is this it? Yeah, the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in the color Silk. This is a repurchase. I am almost out of the one I have. I've been using it a lot lately, and I really, really like it a ton. I talked about this in a bunch of my recommendations videos. So all of these products are available at Sephora as well, and I wanted to mention them in this video because I talked about them in a lot of my like recommendations and wish list videos. This is something that I really desperately wanted, and I'm so glad I got my hands on it because at one point in this sale it did sell out. I think it's back in stock now, but it's the Patrick Ta Major Sculpt Cream Contour Powder Bronzer Duo. I got the color She's Statuesque, which is the lightest one. I used this a little bit today. I didn't realize this was a bronzer and a contour. For some reason, I thought it was just a contour. So I went in with a different bronzer in that video you'll see, and then when I got to this, I was like, oh, I could have just used this as my bronzer. So the powder is the bronzer, and then the cream is the contour, but I did play with it a little bit. I would like to play with it a little bit more just because I do really like Patrick Ta's blush formula, so I have a feeling I am going to really like this if I, give it a shot and use it properly. This is a product I've been wanting for a very long time. It's been on my loves list or wish list or whatever at Sephora since it came out. It's the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I have the solid version of this, so when this came out I wanted it, but it's really expensive. All Tatcha products are really expensive, so the fact that I was able to pick it up during the sale, 20% off, I was able to justify the price a little bit more. I thought about getting the mini because they do have a mini, but I got the full size. So I did use this in the video today if you want to check out me using that. I got two complexion products from Fenty Beauty. I got the Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I picked up the number 4, which I think is actually a perfect match for me. It's interesting because online, number 4 is classified as like light medium. I would not in any world classify myself as light medium, but I think because this is so light and kind of sheer, it's very forgiving. So the color doesn't have to be spot on, but the 3 that were lighter than this were either off in tone or just completely too light. So I think it's a perfect match, but I'll have to play with it a little bit more. I've used it once and I did really like it. I feel like everybody got this during the sale. This was a new product that just launched like right before the sale, so I think everybody was like, ooh. And I originally didn't want it, but one of my friends was like, are you gonna get the new Fenty Beauty? And I'm like, I don't think so. And then the more I heard people talk about it, the more I was like, yeah, I'm getting that. And then I repurchased the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I wear the color 150 in this. It's a pretty perfect match for me. I know I like this. I like this a ton. I've been wearing mine to death all the time. I love it so much. I recommended it to you guys. I recommended it to my sister and my friends. I just think it's one of the best powder foundations on the market. I really do. It's so skin-like and so like undetectable. So I know I'm going to finish up the one I have. It's my everyday foundation, so I definitely wanted to back up. I also picked up a concealer by Rare Beauty. I have the foundation version of this, and the foundation is actually what I used in my video that I filmed today that you'll see after this. So I used that instead of one of the Fenty's because I hadn't tested that out yet since I bought it, but I bought the concealer to go along with it and try out, and my sister recommended this to me. She said somebody she works with like raves about it, so we both bought it. I bought the color 140C. I've used it a couple of times. I do like it. I don't know if I like it more than the Hourglass, but I like it well enough, at least so far. So here's what it looks like. The packaging is really cute. I also repurchased my Holy Grail mascara, Hourglass Unlocked. My old one that I was using for like 8 months, well past when I should have. It finally bit the dust, you guys. It finally gave up. The stopper was popping out. It was chunky and thick and like it was ready to go. It's interesting because, so I used this today, and I remember the first time I used that last tube, which was the first time I had used it ever, thinking to myself like, this mascara is just meh. The first couple times I was like, it's not wonderful. It took me like 4 uses to really warm up to it, and as I was applying it today for the first time, a brand new tube, I was reminding myself, like, I don't think I like this mascara, but it's the same feeling I had ahead of time with the other one, I mean. So if you purchased it based off of my recommendation or somebody else's recommendation and you're kind of like, I don't know if I like it, give it a few uses, let it kind of dry out a little bit, and then it is wonderful. Our power just went out. What? Okay, I think we're back to normal now. It's like pouring outside. It's been raining all day, but I wasn't expecting the power to go out. That was very unexpected. Okay, I forget where we left off. Let's pick up with blush. So I did pick up 3 blushes, 2 of the Hourglass blushes. And I have a little bit of a story about these to tell you guys. So these were on the Sephora website closer to the start of the sale, like the VIB portion of the sale. And they sold out pretty quickly. And I wasn't completely like, oh my gosh, I need these right away. So I kind of wanted to wait until I saw a couple of reviews because they're a bit pricey. And then they completely sold out online. So I was like, oh, I need those blushes. So I checked in store a couple of times. My sister was in town, and when she's in town, we usually go shopping and all that stuff. So I checked in store a couple times, a couple different Sephoras, and they kept telling me like, oh, they're not here yet. We're waiting for them to come in stock, whatever. And then the very last day of the sale, I just happened to check the Sephora website because Hourglass actually had like a post on their Instagram page that was like, our new Vanish blush, check it out in store, last day of the Sephora sale, blah, blah, blah. So they prompted me to like kind of check the Sephora website, and sure enough, the Sephora, one of the Sephoras close to me, was like a 45-minute drive, but in Charlotte, had them in stock. So I was like, oh yes, and you can add them in cart for in-store pickup. So I was like, yes, it's the last day of the sale, I can't wait to go get them. So my sister and I like made the trek out there, and when we got there, they were not going to sell them to us. They were like, oh, we have a hard launch date on those. It's a fireable offense to sell those to you. And I'm like, well, I don't want anybody to get fired, but also like the Hourglass website is telling me, or the Hourglass Instagram is telling me to come here, and they're in stock for in-store pickup. What if I placed my order online? Like, what would you do then? And so long story short, they ended up selling them to us, and it was like this big shenanigan hassle. It was crazy, but I ended up getting 2 of the blushes. I was only gonna buy 1, but then I figured like since we jumped through all those hoops and went through all of those like song and dance, I was like, well, you know, I'll buy 2 of them. So I picked up the color Devoted, which is the original one I had my eye on, and then also the color Loyal. So Devoted is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. And I feel like this lighting is really bright, but my ring light is like as low as it can be. So I hope that you can see the blush well enough. So this is the more kind of like pinky beige one. It's so pretty. Here's what it looks like. They're nice and creamy. They're a little bit stiffer than I was expecting them to be, but this is a new product for me. I've never really had a stick blush product before, so I'm still trying to figure out how to work with them, how to like figure it out, how to apply them properly. And then the color Loyal is the like nude one. So pretty. They're very similar, but I think they're different enough, at least for me in my opinion. So I don't know if you guys have any tips or like tricks on how to apply these. Let me know. You'll see in my video today, I was kind of struggling. I like put them on directly, and then I like tried to buff them out with a brush, and that didn't quite work. And then I used a beauty blender, and I'm just not really too sure like the proper way to apply a stick cream blush. And then I also picked up the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Bronzer. This has been on my wish list since it was sneak peeked. I think Trend Mood sneak peeked it like months ago, and then it was on the Sephora website for a really long time as coming soon. Like, coming soon, you could add it to your wish list, but you couldn't add it to your cart, and then it finally popped in stock right before the sale. So I picked up the color Kiss of Pink, which is the lightest one. Looking at it, I kind of wish I would have got the medium one, and I probably would have purchased the medium one, but they all ended up selling out at some point during the sale, so it's okay. This one is totally fine for now. But it doesn't look like a bronzer of any sort. It definitely just looks like a blush to me. So I'm not too sure where they're getting the whole bronzer, like bronzer blush in one. It's a beautiful blush color. It's like a nude pink, which is right up my alley, exactly what I like. but I'm just not too sure how they're calling it a bronzer and a blush all in one. I could not imagine bronzing with this. I couldn't. A couple more things and then we're done. So the next thing I purchased, I'm wearing on my lips today. It's by Fenty Beauty. It's their Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick in the color Glazed. I have the color Retro Rose, and I really, really like that one. And I had just kind of been waiting for another sale before I purchased another color, just, you know, because it's lip products and we don't wear them a lot these days with masks and all that, so I couldn't justify spending full price or, you know, buying full price. But here's what it looks like. It's just a really pretty kind of peachy nude. I think it's great for every day. Retro Rose is slightly more pink, whereas this one is definitely more peach. Both of them are going to be perfect for summertime and springtime and all of that. I also ended up buying another one of the Too Faced Killer Liners. I know in my wish list video I was kind of like on the fence as to whether or not I was going to buy them. I'm so glad I did. I love these eyeliners, you guys. I raved about them so much. I love them. But the color Killer Queen, I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll just get at Ulta because I had all those points to spend. And this color isn't available at Ulta. Like, it's not part of their inventory, weirdly enough. So I had to buy it at Sephora, and I'm really glad I did. This color is what's on my lower lash line and my waterline today. It is so pretty. It's like a plummy purple, and it's dark enough to where, like, it lines my eyes, but it's like, especially with brown eyes, I think purple contrasts with brown eyes so well. It's one of those colors where you can definitely tell it's a color, but it's not like over the top you're wearing colorful eyeliner. It's like a comfortable, easy color to wear, and I love it. Ooh, I'm so glad I got this. Okay, last thing I purchased is by Huda Beauty. It's their, what are these called? I think they were called the Brown Obsessions palettes, if I remember correctly. And this one's in the, oh, caramel. I didn't mean to buy caramel, I meant to buy chocolate. Did they send me the wrong one? I definitely didn't want caramel. My sister wanted caramel. I wonder if I just had her on my mind. Yeah, these are not my favorite color eyeshadows. I wanted Chocolate Obsessions. Darn. All right, well, I'm gonna have to swap this out at Sephora because this is not the color I want. The Chocolate Obsessions is definitely more of like a neutral, slightly pink browns, whereas this is definitely more warm tone browns. So darn. You know what's funny is this was completely sold out. Like at every Sephora that we went to, my sister was gonna buy this and it was completely sold out. Little did I know I had it myself, so if she would have bought the chocolate one, we could have like swapped. Darn. Darn. Nope, it looks like I ordered the caramel one accidentally, but that's okay. I think the chocolate one is still in stock, so that'll be an easy swap for me. So yeah, that is everything that I picked up during the spring Sephora savings event. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Again, if you want to see me applying a bunch of these products, then stay tuned for that video that I filmed right before this one, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!